Did you know that knitting and crocheting can reduce the risk of memory loss? A study from the Mayo Clinic found out 40% reduced risk of memory loss in a group of people aged 70 to 89 who engaged in activities like reading and knitting during middle age. It is said that knitting and crocheting challenge your brain, so it's never too early nor late to start crocheting. So today we are going to crochet a beret using half double crochet and single crochet. Let's begin. We are going to need a yarn, of course. I'm using 100% acrylic and I'll be using a 4mm crochet. This is the size of the crochet that I'll be using as per yarn. So if you want your work or your project to work out nicely or look nice, try and use what is recommended on your yarn. If you are knitting, you can use a 3.25 to 4mm needles. So yeah, let's get to it. It's a pull skein, so you can start from the inside. You can get your yarn from the inside here. Here it is. So this is 100% acrylic. The color, in case you like to use the same color, is aqua mist. Aqua for water, so you get that is aqua mist. So it's a nice blue shade of blue. So first thing first, you need a wool, of course, your crochet size 4. At a later stage I'm going to switch to a size 3.5, but that I will show you when we get there. And you'll need your stitch marker and a pair of scissors, of course. So I did the first beret here without any pattern and I didn't write it down. Hopefully I still have it on in my head. So let's start. You're going to start with the magic ring. If you're a first timer, this is how you do your magic ring. So just insert your yarn there on the crisscross thing there and you yarn over. You get the working yarn and you pull over. There you have your magic ring. So we are going to do half double crochets into the ring, 12 half double crochet, but first thing first, you're going to chain 1, chain 1. This is too bright. You chain 1 and then 12 half double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Then you pull your magic ring on the tail of your yarn. You have something that looks like this now. And now you're going to do 2 double crochets in the next stitch. You're not going to slip stitch, but on this stitch here, on this stitch, this is our first stitch, we are going to work on that stitch. So you're going to do 2 double crochets, 2 half double crochets in each and every stitch. So careful of not making your working yarn too loose there, because it's going to leave a hole So yarn over and start your half double crochet. So on the last one there, we're going to put our stitch marker, and then we continue with our 2 double crochets, 2 half double crochets in each and every stitch. So that will give you 24. So let's do this until you reach your stitch marker. Now that we've reached our stitch marker, we have to take out our stitch marker and insert our 24th, 23 and the 24th stitch, and we insert our stitch marker on our last stitch. So we continue. Now what we're going to do, we're going to do on our next stitch, we're going to do half double crochet, half double crochet, and on the next stitch 2 half double crochets. So we are going to alternate this, 1 double crochet, and on the next 1 half double crochet, and on the next 2 half double crochets. So you alternate this until you get to your stitch marker. I don't know what this light is, whether it's too much. So let's do this until you get to the stitch marker. Alternate 1 2 1 2. On the next 2 and 1, next 2, and on the next you do 1, on the next stitch half double crochet 2 in 1, on the next 1 half double crochet, on the next 2. So you have something like this until you reach your stitch marker. When you get to our stitch marker again, now we remove our stitch marker, we insert our 2 double crochets in 1. Now we are going to put the stitch marker again on our last stitch. Now on the next stitches, 2 next stitches, we do half double crochets in the 2 next stitches, and on the third one we do 1 2 and 2 on the next 2 stitches. On the third one we put 2 stitches. That's how we're going to alternate. Now we're going to alternate 2 half double crochets in the next 2 stitches, and on the third one you do 2 half double crochets in the same stitch. So you do this until you reach your stitch marker. Now we are almost on our stitch marker, and then we remove our stitch marker and we insert 1 there, and then we put our stitch marker on our last stitch, and then now we are going to alternate with 3. So it's 3. First thing first, we do 2 double crochets because we ended on 1 double crochet. So we'll put 2 double crochets and then alternate with 3 on the next stitches, and 2 half double crochet in the next, and then in the next 3 stitches half double crochets. On the 4th you put half double crochets, 2 half double crochets in 1. So this is how it's going to look like. Half double crochet in the next 3, 2, 3, and on the 4th stitch put 2 half double crochets in 1. So alternate this until you reach your stitch marker. Now that we're done with our 3 alternating 3 and 2, we remove our stitch marker. Since we ended with the 2 half double crochets in 1, the first stitch there will be a half double crochet, and we're going to put our stitch on the last stitch there first. Before, let me not confuse you, this is where I remove the slip stitch. So we're going to put our slip stitch on our last stitch, and we continue. Now we are going to alternate 4 half double crochets with 2. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and then on the 5th one you insert 2 half double crochet. So you're going to do this until you reach your stitch marker, which is 4 on the next stitches, and then on the 5th one you put 2 half double crochets like that, and do this until you reach your stitch marker. After my 2 double crochets, I have 2 stitches. I'll remove my stitch marker, and add the 3rd and the 4th half double crochet. So the last one I'll put the stitch marker. Now we are going to alternate this with 5. We're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And on the 6th one you put 2 half double crochets, and now you put 5 double crochet, half double crochets and double crochets. So this is the 2nd one, and then you put the 3rd, you put the 4th and the 5th one. On the 6th one, that's when you put 2 in 1. So alternate this until you reach the stitch marker. Okay, now we're close to our stitch marker. Okay, I just finished with my 2 double crochets. I'm going to, with my 2 half double crochets in 1. So the next I'll do half double crochet and remove my stitch marker, and add 1, and put my stitch marker there. I have 1, 2, 3. I'll continue with the 5 alternative. 1 2 3 4 5 and 2 double crochets in 1. So now I'm going to alternate 6. I think I need to put my stitch marker there on our last stitch so that you will know where we stopped with the 5. So I'll put my stitch marker there. Now we are going to do 6 half double crochets, and on the 7th one you do 2 half double crochets in 1. The way you sneeze though. 1 2 3 4 5 6, and then on the 7th one we do 2 half double crochets in 1. So that's what you're going to do on this row. You do alternate 6 with 2, 6 and 2. So do this until you slip your stitch marker. Okay, now I've reached my stitch marker. I have 3 stitches more after the 2 in 1, so I'm going to add the 3, 1 2 3, and my 2 double crochets, and then that's what I'll do. I'll put my stitch marker on the last stitch. Now you're going to alternate this 7 2. So on the next stitches, now you're going to do half double crochets in the next 7 stitches. That's 3, that's 4, that's 5, 5, that's 6, that's 7, 7. After the 7th one, you put 2 half double crochets in 1. So you're going to do 7 half double crochets. On the 8th one, you do 2 half double crochets. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and on the 7th one, on the 8th one, that's where you insert your double crochet. So you do this until you have 10 rows. Now we have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, and then let's do this until we have 10 rows. Now I'm about to reach my stitch marker. I've done my 2 half double crochets in 1, so now I'll finish up with my 7. So this is 2, this is 3, I remove my stitch marker, 3, this is 4, 5, 6. Now I'll put my stitch marker let's see how many, 1 2 3 4 5 6, 1 2 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, and I'll put my stitch marker on the last stitch after my 2 half double crochets in one. Okay, now we are going to do our 10th stitch. We have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Now we are going to work on our 10th stitch or 10th round. So now we are going to alternate 8 stitches. We are going to do 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Now we are going to do 8. On the 9th one we put 2 double crochets, 2 half double crochets, I mean to say. So this is how it looks like. So you're going to alternate this. You're going to do 8 half double crochets. On the 9th one you put 2 half double crochets until we meet on our stitch marker. So this is our project so far. So now I'm about to reach my I'm on my stitch marker, of course. So after that, my 2 stitches, I have 1 2 3 4 5, and I'll add 3. One, 2, 3. That's when I'll have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, and I'll add my 2 stitches there, and that's where I'll put my stitch marker. Now we have 10 rows. We have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 rows. So now we're going to do half double crochets all around in the next 3 rounds. So until you have 13 rows, we are going to do just half double crochets. So this is what we are going to do now. When you get to your stitch marker, just add another row exactly on the stitch marker. So now let's just crochet half double crochets all around. We are not adding 2, we are not decreasing, just single crochet, half double crochet all around. So you are going to repeat this half double crochet all around until you have 13 rows. Repeat this until you have 13 rows. Now I have my 13th row. So now we are going to start decreasing. It's decreasing. Now we'll start decreasing. We are going to crochet. We're going to start with our first decrease here. So we are going to crochet 2 stitches together. We're going to do half double crochet together, and then we crochet 8, and then on the 9th one we do another decrease. So now we'll start with our before I put my that was my last stitch. Now we are going to decrease, which is you yarn over, you go on the first stitch, and you go on the second stitch. So on your hook you'll have 5 stitches like this, and you pull everything out. That is your first decrease. Then you have double crochet in the next 8 stitches. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Remember, before we stopped the increase, we were doing 8. On the ninth one we're doing 2 double crochets. So now we are going to decrease and do 8. On the ninth one we decrease our stitches, which is how we do it. We do like this, and then we yarn over again, and then you go down to the stitch and over pull. You have 5 stitches on your crochet or loops, and then you pull everything out, and then you go again, half double crochet in the next 8 stitches. So that's 3, that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. On the ninth one we decrease our stitches, pull everything out. We start again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and we decrease our stitches again. So that's what you do until your stitch marker. So guys, on your decrease, please, you have to have 5 rows of decrease. So it's 8 decrease, 8 decrease. On the next row is 7 and decrease, 6 decrease, 5 decrease, 4 and decrease. So until you have 5 rows of decrease. Until then, I'll show you what to do next. So let's do the last. I'll do it with you. And then we crochet 4 half double crochets, and on the next, on the 5th one, okay, 4, this is 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, and on the next one, which is the 5th stitch, you decrease, and then on the next 4 stitches you do your half double crochet. So you're going to do this all around until you have, you meet your stitch marker. 3, 4, and decrease, and then in the next 4 stitches, which is 2, 3, 4, you do your half double crochets. Oh, this is the 4th one, and on the 5th one and the 6th one you double crochet, half double crochet together, and you continue this until your stitch marker. One, 2, 3, 4, and on the 5th one you decrease, 2, 3, 4. This is our last decrease row all round. So it is 1, 2, 3, 4, decrease, we are taking 5 and 6 together and doing half double crochet together. 2, 3, 4 and 5. We do the half double crochet together, which is 5 and 6, and then put and 4 half double crochet in the next stitches, and 5 and 6 together, half double crochet them, and then in the next 4 stitches again you do half double crochet. That's 3 and 4, and then 5 and 6 together, half double crochet in the next is 4, half double crochet in the next 4 stitches is 1 double crochet each in the next 4 stitches, so let's not get confused. So we did 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5th one and the 6th one, we stitch them together, we half double crochet them together, and then start again. 2, 3, 4, and then the 5th one and the 6th one together, and we continue. Just 1, 2, 3, 4, and we stitch together number 5 and number 6. So we're going to do, remove our stitch marker and do single crochet 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have something like this. Now we are going to put our stitch marker there. We are not going to decrease on the last one. So you're going to put your stitch marker there and work on single crochets just the way I did here. So you're going to do your single crochet in the next 4 rounds. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what I have here. So you're going to do single crochet without decreasing and increasing anything. So we'll start here and do our single crochet. So you're going to do single crochet until you have in the next 4 rows. Until then, let's meet again. Don't forget that the single crochet ends on the slip on the stitch marker. Once you get to your stitch marker, you remove your stitch marker and mark it as the last stitch until you have 4 rows of single crochets. We're now done with our beret and our single crochet with our 4 rounds of single crochet. This is how it looks like. So now we are going to fasten off I'll go to the next stitch and do a slip stitch. Okay, slip stitch, and cut off the yarn. That's how you fasten off. Now you're going to weave in our tail, or the tail of our yarn, because we don't have tails. Okay, so this is what you do. You work your yarn, your tapestry needle in between these stitches so it doesn't show in the front. Just go through the stitches and there you go. And your stitches looks like this. And cut your yarn. Now we are going to crochet our antenna, if you want to call it like that, or the tail of the beret, or no, in fact it's a stalk. There it is. So you're going to chain 3. That's a slip knot, and then 1, 2, 3. On the first stitch there, you're going to do 3 single crochet. 1, 2, 3. On the first stitch there, see there are 3 stitches, which is 1, 2, 3. On the first stitch, you just keep on doing your single crochet around. On the next stitch, you do the single crochet. On the third one, and you keep on doing that around. Next stitch, and the next stitch. When it goes up, can't seem to find the stitch. Those 2 loops, they are the stitches that you should pick. There's 2 stitches here, the 2 loops here. Those what you should pick. Next 2 stitches or loops there. That's where you go and in those 2 stitches. Don't know if you can see. Oh, it's blurring. On those 2 stitches, then we keep on going around. I think this is enough. We don't need the longest antenna or a stalk. this is enough. So this is how our stalk looks like. I'm going to slip stitch on the last one. There we go. And fasten off. So now we have our antenna. We're going to take our, because you can see the way it looks here, we're going to take our tapestry needle and weave in the end. First thing first, before we sew it. Even though I cut the yarn so tiny. You just leave the enough amount of yarn so that you don't have a problem when you are weaving in your so this is what you do. Oh, the lighting is not making sure. So this is what you do. You pull this yarn through that hole there, so everything will go under. So you have something that looks like this. So everything is under this side. So we have all this, and this is the yarn that is left, is the tail for our beret. So you're just going to tie them together. You tie them together. So we're going to use our tapestry needle again to make sure that let's take the longer one, make sure that our antenna or stalk is stable enough, because you see the way it is, it's just swinging there. So I'm going to use this longer yarn and come out the side again, and I'll take this part and go down so that it will look nice and neat, and come out again. Our antenna or stalk is looking nice now. This is how it looks like, and go in again. Our beret looks nice now. There it is. Sure. My stomach, I don't know what is acting today. So then you fasten off again, you tie the yarn, and you can weave in the yarn the ends or just cut them off, because already you've done a lot. So just take both and weave them in, so to have a neat work. We're going to weave it in into this circle, because that's the thicker place we can hide our yarn. Yep. It's not showing the other side, and voila, just pull the yarn and we are done. So this is how our beret looks like. I hope you enjoyed the video. Till next time, bye bye.